Welcome to English Studies Hub. My name is Jackie, and in today's video, we will talk about parts of the sentence. We've had a video before, and we said we were going to divide the sentence into parts. We've taken the part 1, now we are going to examine the part 2, parts of a sentence. Now, after this lesson, you'll be able to identify the various parts of a sentence, identify and explain sentence elements, attempt practical exercises on parts of a sentence. If you have not subscribed to our video, we enjoy you to hit the red button. Subscribe, because your subscription is very important to us, because you'll be notified whenever we have a new video. And if you have subscribed, we want to say thank you for subscribing, and we hope you are enjoying our videos. Now let's get started. What are sentence elements? Sentence elements are those different parts of a sentence. They are the different parts of a sentence. Now we have 5 sentence elements in English. They are the subject, verb, complement, object, and adverbial. These are the 5 sentence elements that we have in English. Now, what is a subject? A subject is an obligatory sentence element, which is usually realized by a noun or a noun equivalent. A noun equivalent includes the pronoun, the noun phrase, noun clause, and gerund phrase, and others. They are the noun equivalent. And of course, we know that a noun is a name of a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Now, the subject of a sentence is defined as that part of the sentence that is being discussed or described. Usually, it is the theme or the focus of the sentence. Now, the subject also determines the concord. Concord is the agreement that exists among the elements of the sentence, so that when you have a singular subject, it will require a singular verb. All right, verb as a sentence element. Now, a verb is an obligatory sentence element in that you must always have a verb in a sentence. And verb is realized by a single verb or a group of verbs. And of course, we know that a verb indicates the action performed by the subject in a sentence. Some verbs take object, while some don't. Now, verbs that take object are referred to as transitive verbs, while those that do not take object are referred to as intransitive verbs. Let's look at the following examples. John carefully searched the room. John was searching the room. He has given the girl an apple. Now, in the first sentence, you see that we have just one verb, searched, as the main verb. And then in the second sentence, we have a group of verbs, 2 verbs, one auxiliary verb and one lexical verb. In the third sentence, we also have one auxiliary verb, has, and another lexical verb. All right, object as a sentence element. Now, for object is an optional sentence element. It's optional because you don't always have it in a sentence structure. So sometimes you have an object, sometimes you don't have an object. Now we have direct and indirect object. Now the direct, that is when you have 2 objects within a sentence. If you have 2 objects, one will come in contact with the subject first, and that's the direct object, before the second one. But sometimes you just have one object, and in that case you don't need to indicate whether it is a direct or indirect object. An object is usually realized by a noun or a noun equivalent. Of course, you know what noun equivalents are: pronoun, noun clause, noun phrase, gerund phrase, and so on. Now, objects are obligatory with transitive verbs. Transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those verbs that allow objects. So, in the sentence below, he gave the girl an apple. We have the verb give, which is a transitive verb because it allowed the use of the girl and an apple, which are objects. While the girl is an indirect object, an apple, which came in contact with the subject first, is the direct object. They make him president, they make him the chairman every year. So we still have object here. Okay, John carefully searched the room. You see, we have just one object, that's the room. So you don't need to indicate whether it is direct or indirect object. Okay, so let's look at complement. Complement is another sentence element, and it is usually realized by a noun, a pronoun, or an adjective. So here we have two types of complement. We have the subject complement and the object complement. When you have a subject complement, it means that it is referring back to the subject of the sentence. If it is an object complement, it refers back to the object of the sentence. So let's look at the following examples. They make him the chairman every year. So you have him here as the object. Then whom do they make the chairman every year? The chairman. So the complement here complements him, complements the chairman. And then his brother grew happier when his friends arrived. Happier here complements his brother. So that's that. Then let's look at adverbial. An adverbial is realized by adverbs, and they are very mobile. They can begin a sentence, they can occur in the middle of the sentence, and at the end of the sentence. So let's look at the following examples. She searched the room carefully. So carefully is the adverbial here. You see, here it's occurred at the end of the sentence. In the second sentence, carefully she searched the room. Carefully here is at the beginning of the sentence. Then in the third one, she carefully searched the room. So you see that it can occur at the beginning, as in the second sentence, at the end, as in the first sentence, and in the middle of the sentence. All right, let's do some practical exercises. Now, you will identify the sentence patterns in the sentences below. The first one has been done for you. Obi is a boy. The pattern is subject, verb, object. SVO. Obi is the subject, is the verb, and a boy the object. So we have other sentences. Mary is kind. She laughed. They make him president every year. So you are expected to. And then the last one, I kept my money on the table. Please identify the patterns of the following sentences, following the first one that has been done for you. All right, we have come to the end of this video. Kindly subscribe to our channel, like and share our videos to all your contacts if you have not done so. And then remember to visit us at www.englishstudieshub.com for detailed lessons in English. We have so many topics for you. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video. Bye.